Today is International Women's Day and the theme is Break the Bias. I broke the bias last year by becoming only the 8th woman in history to finish the Vendée Globe race. But actually it was more than that for me because I've spent 30 years in a career that's male dominated, and it's been a really hard journey for me to get to the top of my profession. Millie here has come down to have a look around the boat today, and we've just sat down to have a chat about what my career has been like and how we can make a difference for women in the future.
When you were my age, did you always know that you wanted to be a professional sailor?
So you're 8, yeah?
Yeah.
No. I think when I was 8, I didn't know. In fact, I probably wanted to be something different every week when I was 8 because I was just imagining what my life could be like, and I think I wanted to be like an astronaut or a doctor, or I wanted to be a ballerina for a small while. When I was a teenager, that's when I really started to love sailing, and I decided I wanted to make it my career then.
Was it hard getting into your sailing career because you're a woman?
I think it was, yes, yeah. And there are a number of reasons why it was hard. One was because there weren't very many other women doing it. A lot of the men who were sailors weren't used to seeing women as skippers, and so they doubted that I had the ability to. So I struggled to get opportunities, and then when I did get opportunities, people questioned my ability a lot, which was really difficult for my confidence.
You've been talking about men and women competing with each other. What does it mean?
So one of the things about the Vendée Globe race that I compete in is that men and women compete on equal terms. So that's like when you do a running race at school, and it's boys and girls all together, and there isn't a girls' prize and a boys' prize. It's just a prize for first, second, and third. And that's how we race. But in many other sports, they split up the men and the women. And when that happens, quite often the men's prize is perceived to be better than the women's prize. And that's why I love what I do, because we're all equal. We're all out there against the sea, and we're all in the same race.
At school, boys think that they're better at some things like running or football. Do you ever get that in sailing?
Where I am now, no, because I went out and I did the Vendée Globe race, and I showed people what I was capable of. That sometimes, again, there is an assumption that women are not as good because they don't have the experience, or they're not as strong, or they're not as powerful. It's not just about how physically strong you are. It's about your technique, and it's about your motivation and your ability to keep going. And what you see on the outside isn't always what someone is on the inside.
How can we get women to get better at sport? How can we create a better future for women in sport?
Sport is about technique, it's about tactics, it's about your mental attitude. And so, although women can't directly compete against men on equal terms all the time like I do, because we are physically different, that doesn't mean we shouldn't value the sport that women play any less. Watching a game of women's soccer is as exciting as watching a game of men's soccer. And we just kind of need to learn to value skill, because everyone's putting the same level of skill into it. And I think then women will have more opportunities, and actually everyone will have a better time because there's more sport out there, and that's something that we all enjoy.
What would you tell your younger self?
So to my younger self, I would say you will get there. It will happen. Be confident in yourself. You don't need other people's approval. Follow your passion. Work hard.
It wasn't me that time.
Not so serious. Come on.